All right, guys, we'll start with an opening statement.
So first of all, congratulations to North Carolina, Mac Brown and their football team. They're a physical team. We knew going into the game that Hampton was a heck of a back. And obviously, he had about 250 yards against us. So I thought in the first half, we did a decent job, even though he had 130 yards. But we come back in the second half and we take that first drive and go all the way down the field. And, we've had opportunities to this year that we have momentum. And we just let it go. Like we score to make it 10-10. And then we miss two tackles for 60 some yards. Then we get back in the game and then we throw a pick right away. It's a one-score game. We get the ball back and we throw a pick and then we throw another pick. And then, the three fumbles or the three turnovers were absolutely killers. That's 7 turnovers in 2 weeks. We're just right now, this was really, I feel 2 weeks in a row that we beat ourselves. We get into the red zone, we have false starts, the center flinches, we take a sack, we have a holding call, and again, they're a good football team. But when you do things like that, it's, you're beating yourselves, and it's disappointing. We haven't done that here, and the last 2 years we have. So obviously I've got to try to get it fixed, and we'll try to do that. So again, a lot of one-score games, and we came up short again.
Dave, having momentum, letting it go, making those mistakes, is that again the byproduct of a team that just hasn't been in those situations that often and won in those situations?
No, I just, it's not one thing, Connor. I mean, we have 6-year seniors that are false starting, or and then we have a 5th-year center that false steps, and then some of them are some guys playing for the first time. It's there's times in games and there's situations in games that the game is there to be taken, and if you don't do it, you're not going to win. And what we've done in those situations the last 2 weeks is we've instantly through it. We had a back-breaking play. Last week we had the ball down 3 with over 2 minutes left. In the second play, we throw a pick. Today we make it 10-10, and the next drive we miss 2 tackles and gives them 60 yards, and they're right back in it. And then we get the turnover back, we score, we stop them, and then we throw an interception. So we had, 3 turnovers in the second half. We threw a pick 6. The other pick is when we had a chance to get momentum. And the last one is we're down 7 with a chance to go tie the game. And I probably was going to go for 2 and maybe win it. And we fumble the ball and we give them a touchdown. And again, they're a good football team. And, our kids, they play so hard and they give such great effort and they never quit. But the execution and the detail and all those things is just not anywhere close where it needs to be in order to be a good football team. And, it's really disappointing for me because that was our trademark for about 7 years here. We were the least penalized team in the ACC. We were the best turnover margin in the ACC. That was why we won and how we won. And right now, 2 years in a row and the last 2 weeks in a row, I mean, we're not taking care of the football. We have a lot of penalties, and it's hard for any team to overcome that. And the disappointing thing is we've been in games with good football teams, and when we have momentum and a chance to capitalize, we don't do it.
Came through the air and played the game. Does it feel like you guys keep getting away from getting the ball to your better players like Moncrief, and you got it like go well this time today?
Yeah, I mean, but you gave DeMond had 20 carries. He caught another 3 balls and, he gets winded and like you can't give him the ball. I mean, whenever he's out there, we try to feed him the ball as much as we can. And sometimes you just get looks that the safeties are in the box and you're outnumbered, that you just can't just run the football and do nothing else. And then, we played part of that game behind. But, I always want Damon to get between 20 and 30 touches a game and have a chance to influence the game. And, I think we gave him that opportunity today. They were pretty good up front and there weren't a lot of big holes, and the runs he made, I thought were really good runs.
Dave, you talked about some of the penalties, especially with the offensive line. First half, 5 penalties, all of them on the offensive line. How is this happening with guys who are in their 5th, 6th years?
Yeah, obviously we're not, I don't know. I mean, these are guys that have played a lot of football. I mean, Devontae Gordon's played how much tackle for us, and he had, I believe, the first false start, right? And Luke Pettibone has played how many games for us, and he flinched the snap. And then, to me, a false start at a receiver is unforgivable. That should never happen. And it's hard to win football games. It's really hard. And, at times I don't think we've grasped the detail of what it takes, to win a game like that. And, it's all said and done and the yardage is equal, and, the third downs are equal and the red zone deals are equal. And it all comes down to, those 3 turnovers that we had were just absolutely killers. The one was a pick 6. The next one took us out of a drive where we had momentum, and the other one led to a touchdown. So there's 14 points right there off of turnovers. That's the football game.
Left shoulder tank.
It was his left shoulder. He could have gone back into the game. And we just felt that, obviously we had a lot of plays in there this week that we were going to run the quarterback. We had a number of quarterback draws, and, we just, with the game plan and what they were doing, we were going to have to run the quarterback. And, Michael went in there and had a really good drive, and, we felt good about him.
The interceptions that he threw, are those just inexperienced plays or just trying to force something that's not there?
I mean, the one they had they were playing what we call a rat, which is a linebacker, and he just didn't see the rat. And then the other one, it's, you're on the run throwing an inside breaking route, and Horatio didn't run the right route. But one thing you do as a quarterback is if the receiver doesn't run the right route, you never reward him with the football. And Horatio should have got back outside. He stayed inside, which he shouldn't have done, but you don't reward him by giving him the football. That's not the design of the play. So, again, we love him and he's a great kid and he's been here 6 years, but you can't make those plays.
Go back, tough losses. What kind of message do you give your team after a game like this?
That a lot of the things that happened today were controllable. I mean, people always say, you guys play hard and you fight back and all those intangible qualities, but I mean, we're at a point now that we should just expect those things. And again, I'm grateful our guys are like that, but at a certain point, you got to execute the plays. So, just the illegal motion or the illegal formation. I mean, we were in an unbalanced set. He was on the ball. He was in the right thing. Why did he back up right before the snap? I have no idea. And that's, again, a young redshirt freshman playing for this first time. But does he understand the play and the concept? So, again, that's all coaching.
2 more guys.
Receiver, you thought of it. Up and down game, a couple drops. I got to hurt you guys. across the board that talk about is it what we're doing with, how do you
I
value?
mean, it's both. We're we're not where we were at receiver 2 and 3 years ago. Right. But they at least got to do the right things, so our margin for error isn't what it was, but that's not an excuse to not find a way to win that game. I mean, the errors of that game weren't lack of ability errors. They were lack of focus errors, to run the wrong route, to be in the wrong formation, to false start. I mean, you can't do that in youth football. And so, sometimes winning teams have habits and there's details that they take great pride in. And sometimes when you start, you're not winning, that all those things become a little less important and there's not personal accountability for it. And you end up with what we did today.
It could still be an ascending football team.
I mean, the one thing I'd say, Connor, is I do think we go in every game as opposed to last year feeling we have a chance just because we are capable of moving the ball and scoring points. A year ago in the second half of the year, we weren't. I don't think we ever felt like we could go into a game and, score 30 points. We've had moments that we've played really well. I mean, at halftime, I think we had 130 yards of offense and we came out in the second half and we moved the football. But it's, defensively, we held a team that's been moving the ball really well to 10 points in the first half. So we have flashes of playing really well. We have never yet this year, in my opinion, sustained a 60-minute complete game. We've had bursts of really good football. We've had quarters and halves. I don't feel we've played one game this year for 60 minutes up to our capability.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll get JD in here and we'll take questions as soon as you guys are good.
Stay here. You can say if you want to.
Questions for the chief.
Here and there, that's a good play for all guys that will probably under better. Just more attention to detail today.
Like I told you during the week, it's UNC week, rivalry week, so we was pretty amped up for this game. The opportunity that we got to play at nighttime, it's one of a lifetime, and fortunately, we didn't come out on top. But the point of emphasis in the game, was to down the football, cause havoc, and I feel like that, we did a good job of that. Like I said, but ultimately it's a team sport. So nevertheless, it's something that it's things that we can do better in order to elevate our game. And at the end of the day, we just got to shake this one off. It hurts. Obviously, it was a chance to, stay undefeated in the Big Four championship. But at the end of the day, it's still a 1-week season. We have 2 more games left. So we just have to go on the film and just, shake this one off because we still have 2 weeks left and we have to just finish strong.
What's the difference between watching Amari and Hampton on film and then lining up against him and being out there on the field against him?
I wouldn't really say it's much of a difference. I mean, ultimately, we play in the ACC, so everybody's fast. Speed of the game is fast. But he's a pretty good back. Obviously, you've seen tonight, he made some things happen. But the point of emphasis in on the defensive side of the ball, was just control him, limit him, and sometimes great players, they still gonna find a way to make things happen, and that's just a credit to him. But ultimately, like I said, we really came into this game looking forward to a win. I feel like that we put in a lot of effort, put in a lot of time and commitment into, each and every week. And, unfortunately, life isn't fair. We came out on the bottom. So just like I said, we just got to shake this one off and just look forward to next week.
Yep. 4 sacks of defense in the first half, and or those first 2 drives held UNC to just 10 points in the first half. It felt like defense was in control for a lot of the game. So like at a certain point, you felt that the defense kind of lost that.
I wouldn't say there's a certain point, because you know we came into this game and knowing there's going to take 4 quarters. So just remain level headed every drive, every series. We just try to take it one drive, one play at a time. And like I said, we came in with a point of emphasis, you know, just to control their offense. We knew they had a good running back, a good running game. We knew that the O line was pretty big, so they're going to try to wear us down. And I feel like that, you know, that we held our own. But still credit to them, you know, for finding a way to win. And we just gotta look forward to next week.
Anything else for Gene?
Maybe talk earlier, talk to Jay, at Sunday last week, this week, drop a whole Pittsburgh, you got the loss in the pro double. What are you saying out there on the pro?
Just getting the feel of the game. You know, I always told him that once you get the feel of the game, it'll slow down for you. And you see that on film. I feel like today, you know, it's really his best game as a Demon Deacon. And I'm proud of him. I know that he puts in a lot of work and a lot of effort. And you know, I know that he looks up to me and I try to give him, you know, words of encouragement and knowledge of the game. And I feel like that, you know, that he's taking that step in order to become the player that he wants to be. And I believe that he deserves to be.
That's good. All right, thanks, JD.
Thank you guys.
Michael up here. We'll take questions for Michael as soon as you guys are.
Michael, what you see on the 2 interceptions?
One of them, the guy dropped out under a little shallow route we had. Thought he was engaged at first. He dropped out. So he just got me there. And the other one, I just had a miscommunication with H, and I put the ball where I shouldn't have, and probably forced it when I didn't need to. So
Out of the score and time in the game and trying to make something happen.
yeah, maybe. I think I was there's balls I just didn't have to force. I mean, our defense was playing so good. They really kept us in the game, even with the turnovers. That I didn't have to force any of those balls. I could have just let the game come to me and just kind of roll with it.
How much of a high was it? You go out there to replace Hank that first series, you take the team down for a touchdown. How much of a high was that?
It felt great. I mean, it's just I just love these guys so much that it's you know, just sad that I wasn't able to, you know, get us to win. But that was a great moment, and I just have so much confidence in all these guys, and I'm honored to play with them. So anytime that we can have fun together on the field, it's great.
Anything else for Michael? All right, thanks, Michael.
Thanks, guys.
Have one more for you guys.
Might feel more sympathy for him than the other white player up with the Carson.
Yeah.
Who's first? Let's finish last.
That's why I'm always last. Oh, wait, no.
Bad, but at the same time. Out of that, the offense,
Thanks. Seems to be like the on-field photo workroom. I don't know if they have a new place for that or if they just don't have photographers that work from the field level. I was told there was no workroom. Huh, or something to that effect. It was like, what did you do? Oh, weird.
Right, man, you make one. You actually wait, I went. Well,
Our man in here in 2013 was Duke beat Carolina here with the ACC championship game. Brought all the players. That was when you didn't have to do fucking press conferences for every single player. So they spread them out across the room. You guys like could go to each player and everybody got different quotes. It was fucking awesome. That's why I love going to do basketball because of the locker room. It's you can get different shit.
Whatever you want.
I can avoid the people that I don't like because their questions suck ass.
Or the people that don't like you, don't want to talk to you.
Yes, I mean, Con Knipple is great, but Con Knipple is an asshole. Like, he just doesn't have anything to say. So it's like, well, if I have the choice of everybody on the roster to talk to, instead of just having 2 or 3 players provided to me, I'm not gonna talk to him. St. Evans had 14 points today. I had to. The other. So it's not gonna be a big picture here, so it's not getting to know. Wasn't right down the way. They brought in the play.
All these things, yeah, like this.
I bet you that one's a both off like an
That was like, it was completely different. Sector. Oh, yeah, that was completely different. Sector. Yeah. I get your matter.
It's like that. You know, here. Never been home.
Right, everyone, we got Branson here, and we will take questions as soon as you guys are.
Yardage wise, it wasn't nice, but I didn't blame the problem. Wasn't just going to you can tell in fact, she's going to end up in the last few weeks with basketball, I think kind of struggling.
Yeah, no, I mean, we knew that they were going to come out and try to run the ball. It's kind of been what they've been about. They got a really good back. So we knew that coming in, it was going to be a hard fight. It was going to be physical up front. So yeah, I mean, I think that was the kind of the thing that worked out tonight is we bent a little bit, but we didn't break too much. We were able to hold in the field goals or find a way to get a stop. But at the end of the day, you want to win the football game. And so we didn't do enough to win it. So that's kind of what it comes down to.
What's the difference in looking at Amari Hampton on the film and then actually being on the field and trying to tackle him?
I mean, he runs behind his pads. I mean, that's for sure. He's a really good back. There's no question about that. He can do it all. He's tough to tackle. It takes 2 a lot. But I mean, yeah, you can tell on film he's really good, and you get on the field and he's really good. So, I mean, yeah, there's no question about that. He's a really good back. We knew that coming in. And he was a good back tonight.
That's what's in kind of the driver's seat in control through that first half, kind of holding UNC to just 10 points and coming up with those big couple of sacks in the first two drives.
Yeah, no, I mean, we found a way to get some stops tonight. I mean, I do think we did that. But I mean, again, we try to do what we can to win. We got to hold them less than what we score. So that's kind of what it comes down to. So we'll look at it and see what else we can do, and get the problems fixed that we're there, and keep growing on what we did right.
Anything else for Branson? Anything on Zoom? All right, thanks.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. That'll wrap us up for tonight, and we will see you guys on Tuesday.
You guys go to game book?